In this video, we're going to be talking about VWAPs, volume weighted average price. Using volume weighted average price to identify support and resistance. And, before we proceed, I want you guys to pause the video, read the disclaimer, know that this video and information passed here is for educational and entertainment purpose only. It does not constitute legal, financial, or investment advice. Any actions taken by the viewers are their own responsibility. Let's dive in. Identifying support and resistance using VWAPs. Volume weighted average price. VWAPs. We've talked about historic price action, we talked about horizontal levels, we talked about trend line, we talked about Fibonacci, we talked about fixed range, and now we're talking about VWAPs. VWAPs, volume weighted average price. This is a very powerful tool, just like the name, the volume weighted average price. It calculates the average price of the volume within a specific period or within an anchored period. So in this case, like as you can see right here, the beginning of a new day, I anchor the VWAP from the beginning of the new day. It's a daily VWAP, and anchor the VWAP from the beginning of the new day. You can see how it's acting as support, and price held and move towards the high, right? Volume weighted average price, VWAPs, represent an average volume traded at each price level over a specific number of candles or a specific period. It's highly effective in identifying support and resistance level for price movement, especially from a local intraday perspective. We have a time-based VWAP and we have anchored VWAP, right? There are two types of VWAP, and we're going to be discussing that in the next slide, right? Time-based VWAP. Time-based VWAP is calculated using the fixed time intervals, right? With most common being the dailies or session opens, as well as weekly and monthly opens. We have daily VWAP, we have weekly VWAP, we have monthly VWAP, and we have session VWAP, which is London session and New Year session. These VWAPs calculate the average volume of the beginning of each day, beginning of each week for weekly, beginning of each month for monthly, and beginning of each session of London or New York, depending on the session you're trying to calculate. It gives you a level for support and resistance. You go to your indicators, type VWAP, volume weighted average price, and this is the setting that I use. You can choose whether you want daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly VWAP. You can just copy the settings and place it on your chart. As you can see, right, each of these vertical line represent the beginning of each day. Each of these vertical line represent the beginning of each day. And as you can see how the VWAP acts as support and resistance during the day. In the beginning of this day, this is the VWAP yellow line, right? Calculating the average price. You can see right here, it deviates above and reject, right? The price came back here, rejecting from the VWAP line. So, as you can see right here too, it's acting as support and resistance. And you can see at this point in time, it acted as support. And you can see same thing goes here and same thing goes to this point too. This is the weekly VWAP. You can see from the beginning of each week, it starts calculated from the beginning of each week. And within the week, these levels are going to be support and resistance going forward. As you can see, the beginning of a new week, VWAP acts as resistance, price drops, coming back into it as resistance as well, right? In uptrend, and when price is above the VWAP, they always tend to be support. In a downtrend, and when price is below the VWAP, as you can see right here, always acts as resistance, right? Monthly VWAP, right? As you can see, same thing. I see the monthly VWAP price acting as resistance right here. Acting as resistance right here. If price is below the VWAP, is going to be resistant, and if price is above it, it's going to act as support. See, and when price breaks it, coming back to it, acting as resistance to reject lower. It's very simple. Very easy to use and very, very powerful. Most importantly, you don't want to trade Vwap alone. You also want to trade it with other tools as confluence. You only want to seek for confluence when trading Vwap. Put your Fibonacci, do your Fibonacci, as you can see right here, from this low to this high. If you do your Fibonacci, this level is going to be 0.5, and you can tell this is going to be support because two other things are lining up with it, right? And same goes from this low to this high. This is going to be like 0.5%, right? So you always want to seek for confluence. Time-based Vwap using session. As you can see, this is London session, right? And from the beginning of London session, you can anchor the Vwap, and this is going to be support and resistance going forward, just like I explained for the daily, weekly, monthly. Same goes for the sessions too. Anchored Vwap is like the standard Vwap session. It's like the standard Vwap session, but they start from a specific point, which is very important. You can choose from beginning of the last hour. You can choose from the beginning of a pivot high, pivot low. You can choose from the beginning of an uptrend. You can anchor from the beginning of a downtrend. You can anchor from the beginning of a range or breakout. They always act as support and resistance levels. When you're looking for anchor Vwaps, right, you go down to your indicator, projection, you go to your tools. Actually, Vwap is more of a tool, not indicator. You go to your projection, tools, and choose anchored Vwap right here. You choose anchored Vwap right there. As you can see, the arrow is pointing there, anchored Vwap. Yeah, and let's say you want to anchor from a pivot high. You can see from this high, you anchor the Vwap. You can see the Vwap is acting as resistant. And, when the price flip it, act as support and move away. You can also anchor from the low, from a pivotal low. You can see act as support, deviate away. You can see from the pivot low, it acts as support, right? This is the 2022 November Bitcoin bottom. You can see how the Vwap acts as support. Same goes from the beginning of an uptrend. You can see this is a clear uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You can anchor it from the beginning of an uptrend. As you can see, it's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And you can see how they act as support and resistance. You can anchor it from the beginning of an uptrend, higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low, higher high. And you can see how they act as support going forward. You can also anchor it from the beginning of a range. You can see there is an impulsive move, and this is the beginning of the range, where the range started. You can see how they act as support and resistance within the range. It's very, very simple to use. And like I said, you don't want to trade Vwap alone. You only want to seek for confluence. Vwaps, right? This is a tactics and approach. Do not trade all Vwap alone. Always seek for confluence with another tool. I just said it. Pull a couple of anchor Vwap from a different pivot to map border zone of support and resistance, or seek for the one that has confluence with other two. Large institutions often buy and sell around Vwap to minimize market impact. Look for large volume surges near Vwap for clues of institutional activity. Vwap often acts as dynamic support and resistance, and basically that's what Vwap is all about. It's a dynamic support and resistance because it just don't stay stagnant like horizontal levels or historical levels or trend line, right? It moves with price, right? In a range bound, markets use Vwap as main reversion targets. Enter long position near the Vwap in uptrend or short position near the Vwap in the downtrend. Always seek for confluence when you're using Vwap. You don't want to trade Vwap alone. Follow me on all social, Crypto Big Bag on X, formerly known as Twitter, Big Bag Tweet. I'll see you on the next one.